All right, it's happening. It's happening. It is happening. I got the little Broski next to me in case that you don't want to be with me. Welcome to the Broskiedoodles Podcast, the best podcast in all the land. It's your boy KIKO Cervantes, aquí en la casa contigo, in the house, in the hizzle, with the fucking bilingual motherfucking experience. My boy Adrian on the other side of the table. Once again, thank you for joining the Broskiedoodles gang.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right. Subscribe to the thing, share it, add it, download it, whatever you stuff it in. We got the good stuff.
Just do it often. It's happening once a week.
Once a week, and it's not stopping, guys. All right, I'm gonna go right to it. I have the topics here because of the setup, you know. Don't think I'm fucking looking at Instagram models or anything like that. I'm looking at the topics. I'm looking here at the content of today. And, you know, one thing that we're always unconsciously doing is we're using slang, right? Because, you know, me and Adrian, we're from the streets. And the slang that we use is slang that we learned many years ago, right? When we're a little younger than today. I mean, we're still fucking, fresh meat. But we used to be even fresher.
Right. And those slang then, there's slang now. Slang there's an evolution of slang.
There's an evolution of slang.
Of words that mean the same things.
Some came and went, some stayed, and then there's some new ones.
And some are in the dictionary now.
Some of them are in the dictionary. And it's interesting because you have kids now, and you're getting to know the slang of the day.
Right.
So I think it's interesting because we're getting to that stage where now we're in that stage where the new slang, when we use it sometimes sounds corny. And when we use the old one, we sound like fucking boomers, you know?
Sound like dinosaurs or like that.
Dinosaurs, yeah.
No one says that, Dad. No one said that for 20 years.
So I'm gonna hit you up with some of the slangs that I've been recollecting, and writing down. So I wanna start with an old one. And this is an old one that actually stayed.
Oldie but a goldie?
It's like oldie but goldie. And I'm talking about fire.
Ooh.
Right? And this was like, I remember this was like an era in time, right? Especially in Miami. When something was good, when something was great.
It was fire.
It was fire,
That's
right?
All I had to say, fire.
Bro, I heard you got some new bud. How is that shit?
Fire.
That shit is fire, bro. And you already knew.
Yo, how's that burrito from Taco Bell?
Fire, bro. No, this shit is on some fire tip. If you wanted to. Then you can put little variations on it.
Fuego. We went Spanish with it.
Great bilingual one. This is a very Miami adaptation, right? Man, this shit right here is fuego, bro. And even people that weren't Latin, that weren't Hispanics, they would get, They
would understand it. Like, fuego, fire.
They would use it, right?
Ta fuego.
Now, fire is even a little emoji today.
Right. It went from being slang to a popularly used, term that's now
everywhere, right?
Accepted everywhere.
Because I think if you say fire anywhere in the U.S., they'll get you, right?
Right. They won't call it the 911.
Yeah, they won't call 911, bro. We have a fucking fire here. No.
The first thing that comes to mind is like, oh, that shit must be awesome.
Yeah, let me get to.
Right.
Do you see this used in the kids' world?
Yeah. The kids have their own words now that go around. They have one, sweaty.
Oh, sweaty. Okay.
Yeah.
Like sweat.
And I still don't understand it 100%, but from my deductions of when I see my son play and how he uses it when he's playing his games, is when something is sweaty is when the person that he's playing against is playing so good that his hands must be sweating.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you think is interpreted.
Yeah, like this kid has hyperhidrosis, his hands are sweating, he's destroying the controller because of how sweaty and how
good he is
into the game he is, and he's just trying so hard.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's a negative thing or positive.
Well, because when you said sweaty, the first thing that came to my mind is he's so good that he's sweating because like he's thinking so hard. Could that be part of it?
That could be it. But it also could be like he's so nervous and he's sweating.
Okay, but sweaty, when they use it, it's supposed to be like, you playing a guy, man, this guy's so sweaty. That means like he's fucking beating me. He's really good.
Yeah, typically when my son says it, it's because he's getting old.
Right, so then that would mean that the sweaty is not a negative thing. I mean, at least for the gaming. It might be negative for the kid's health if he's sweating.
And the controller.
Right, I mean, if he's sweating a lot, he might have to go to a doctor that treats hydrosis, right?
Right.
But for the game, he's a good thing, right? Because that means that he's sweating because he's fucking moving too quick.
Right.
Like Neo on the Matrix. Okay, so that's sweaty. And you said that it also means somebody that's trying too hard. I've also heard, the kiddos they say he's a try-hard. That's a new thing, right?
Well, that's the one that I used to use back in high school.
Oh, really?
I used that one back.
Oh, so this is an old school one.
The try hard, yeah. Try hard, like Kanye said, when you try hard, you die hard. Those that try hard, die hard.
Mm-hmm.
When you're putting too much effort into it, and it's like, bro, relax, take it easy. You're doing too much.
Oh, okay.
You gotta.
Would this apply to that little fucker at work that is an overachiever?
Right, he's a try hard.
He's a try hard, right? It's like, bro, chill out. We're making chicken sandwiches here.
Like if you're about to play ping pong with somebody, right? And this motherfucker starts stretching.
Oh shit.
Okay, then that's a try hard. Like, come on, guys. It's a simple game of pick up ping pong.
Right.
You don't need to be stretching and doing laps and warming up.
We're gonna play
coach.
pool. He's like,
yeah.
doing burpees and getting
completely unnecessary. That's a try hard. You're going above and beyond when the situation doesn't recall for it.
This, I think, would also apply if you're in school, and you guys will remember this. Fucking little Jimmy, right? The class about to end, and little Jimmy's like, "Hey, what about that homework from yesterday? Are you gonna check it?" Little fucking try hard. Right?
Are you gonna assign us homework?
What? Oh, are you gonna right? Oh, sorry, we're gonna go home. What homework are we gonna do tonight? Jimmy, shut the fuck up.
I have no plans this weekend. Are you not gonna fill them up with some homework?
Is there any books that we can read? Jimmy the try hard.
Try hard.
Okay, I like that one. So that was not an old. I mean, that's not a new one. That's an oldie.
That is an oldie.
Okay, one that I really like, and that we don't use anymore. This one didn't travel in time. Mm-hmm. It stayed in the past, but it used to be one that we used a lot, and I don't know if it was a Miami thing or a South Florida thing. A heat up.
A heat up. I think that was specifically used in the drug community.
Okay. So a heat up was more for a certain community, that dwelled into the
underworld.
Right. Into the psychedelic experiences,
right?
And even others not so psychedelic and more methamphetaminic.
The origins of the word is you're attracting negative attention to you when you're doing something illegal.
Okay.
Because that negative attention could
apply even if it's not drugs, even if you're doing a crime, right?
Right.
Okay, so a heat up would be someone that's attracting attention.
Yeah, from law enforcement.
Right, I mean, that's the ones you care about, right? From
or
the
parents.
bubble.
Or parents. Yeah.
Or parents, right? Yeah, okay, so any figure of authority.
Right.
And if you were being a heat up, I remember you were like ostracized, right? Like, bro, if you're gonna be a heat up, like you can't chill with us.
Yeah, heat up was one of the things that like would set you away from the group.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember taking that word further and like even using it as a verb, where I'd be like, yo, bro, you're heating up the fucking place, man. You're heating up the place, man. Are you gonna continue to heat up the place? Stop being a heat up.
Yeah, and he wasn't wearing a lot of sweaters.
Yeah, this is the type of person. Like, do you remember an example of somebody being a heat up? Because sometimes people want to hear him in a sentence.
An example of somebody being a heat up? I don't know, bro. Like smoking in the bathroom at school.
Okay,
being a heat up.
Okay.
It's unnecessary. We're about to leave school. We can go to the park and do that. But no, you're being a heat up. There's a lot of people around. Why are you going to be doing this right now?
Would you say, like, even being too loud?
Being too loud is a heat up?
It's a heat up, right? If you're, like, in a little park chilling and you're being too loud, you might have some fucking lady call the cops on you.
Right, that's a heat up.
Have you heard that word ever again?
Not really, no. I don't know what it is now.
I mean, it helps that we're not involved in anything that would where we would be worried.
I'm sure something's being used.
Right. Somewhere.
But I don't know what it is.
I don't see it in the public sphere. At least I don't hear it much. The heat up, but I think it's a great one. I think we should bring it back. The heat up.
We gotta start doing drugs.
We started doing or crimes or crimes. One of those two.
The main one now is cap.
I was just about to go on this one, and actually, you just told me about this one a few days ago, and I've been hearing rap music where I'm thinking, because look at the evolution, right? I'm thinking capping is still capping a motherfucking bullet. You know, capping an ass, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cap your ass. I'm gonna kill you, right? That used to be the thing in the 2000s, right? And then I would hear this on songs. I'm like, okay, that's what they mean. And now you told me this, and I started realizing that a lot of rappers are now using this new capping meaning. What does it mean?
To lie. Simply put, it's just to lie. You tell me something, I tell you that's cap.
You capping, bro.
You're capping, that's cap.
That's cap. Okay, so cap is lie. Capping, lying. So you can verbalize it.
Right.
Okay.
Or
now,
like, you drinking a lot of cappuccinos, or what? Because that's
right.
straight cap.
Right, would you say that could be a variation? Like, if you know somebody's always fronting on some like lying shit, you could be like, hey, bro, you again on the cappuccinos?
Yeah, as long as you throw in the word cap, that's what it means.
Can it be confused with capitalizing a word? Like, bro, all caps.
Everything you're saying is a lie?
Right. Like, okay, so would you say that if you write a message all caps, you're pretty much saying like, hey, I'm not liable for any of this. It's caps. This is all caps.
This is all caps.
I'm lying.
Completely.
So like, you know, for people out there, maybe like this could get you like in a trial. Sir, it's all in caps.
But if you're saying that it's all caps, is it actually caps? Because you're telling the truth.
No, but you're not saying it's caps. You're saying something.
You're in all caps.
In all caps.
So you're kind of saying like, yo, I did tell you it was a lie.
Right, like, I did tell you off the record, I'm capping.
You should have caught on.
You should have caught on. Slow. You're too slow, you snooze, you lose. Is that a thing today that people use?
No, that's the next evolution of it.
No, I'm saying you snooze, you lose.
No, that's back in
the day?
That's something that we have stuck ingrained.
Is that like
see you later, alligator, and after a while, crocodile.
Is that the type of shit we'll be saying like in the grill? Like as parents, right? With dads, like, hey man, you snooze, you lose. Like a kid will come and he's like, I want a hot dog. And they're all gone now because he took too long in the fucking...
I told you 30 minutes ago, Jimmy.
You snooze, you lose. If you get up early, you got the early bird. Whatever, you know.
Early bird gets the worm.
Early bird gets the worm.
Keep playing Fortnite, you fucking capper.
Working hard or hardly working. What's the other one you said?
See you later, alligator.
Yeah, see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
You think we'll end up saying slang that we think is cool? Like, I remember a friend's dad one time was trying to explain to me how he went to a Pink Floyd concert and it was really cool. He's like, man, I'm telling you, these guys are groovy. And I was just like, oh, fuck.
I'm leaving.
And he said it with such a passion, such a confidence that he's like...
That's how it is, yeah.
It's just groovy. And do you think we're going to sound corny like that? Or we already do?
Well, I sound corny to my son when I start using his words.
You do?
Yeah. I guess I can't pull off cap. I don't understand.
Like you use it wrong?
I know how to use it. He's just like, Dad, why are you using these words? Like, speak like an adult.
But you do it like to fuck with him? Like,
yeah, a bit. Sometimes to fuck with him, and sometimes I'm just having a conversation. I'll say, no, that's cap. And he's like, yo, Dad, you shouldn't use that.
Like you say it to him? Like you say something, you're like, that's capping?
Yeah, you're capping. Like he'll come back from school and say that he had made a 3-pointer from the fucking other side of the court. I'm telling him that's cap, and he's like, Dad, I don't know if he's saying that. Like, why don't you believe me, or why are you using that word?
Yeah, like I remember, if I imagine, 10 or 15 years ago, if I was to like say something that's cool, and my dad would be like, yeah, that's fire. I can imagine myself being like, damn, what the fuck?
Please don't.
Yeah. Okay,
Last time I tell you anything, Dad.
Another one, I think this is one that's very common today, but I believe that it came from those times, from our generation. Gone.
Being gone?
Bro, I'm gone.
Gone as fuck.
When you fucked up. I don't think they used that like in the 80s. That's a more recent thing. It's stuck today, right? Do they use that today?
I don't feel like I haven't heard that much.
No, like Drake's song "So Far Gone."
Yeah, but I haven't heard that since
then. Oh, so maybe it did stay then.
I feel like whenever I'm drunk, wasted.
What do you use these days if you're wasted? Is wasted?
Drunk.
I'm drunk. That's very
generic.
Conservative. Yeah.
I don't know what else.
I'm intoxicated. And I need some water and Tylenol. Nah, but come on.
I'm past the point of tipsy.
Like, what about lit?
Lit I still use.
Lit
but I still feel like that's a little young. Like I shouldn't be using
Yeah,
lit
like
anymore.
lit, for some reason, for me, lit sounds, at least to me now, sounds like
I shouldn't be saying it.
juvenile.
Yeah. I think of it as just, it's a lit. I don't know.
It's lit, yeah.
Like a little Fortnite dance that I have to do every time I say it.
Right.
Not lit to me. I've said it and it's like, that doesn't feel right. I'm getting like that way with fire too.
Fire? Like you starting to feel too old for fire?
That's why I'm running out of words. I gotta go back to the basics.
Yeah, I gotta think about this too, because I say fire a lot, and maybe I'm not looking the part anymore. You know, maybe I should be saying more things like, "Oh, this is actually, quite the experience." You know,
scrumptious,
but fire, yeah,
delectable.
It's hard, right, when you're stuck in that stage where like you're still talking like a kid, but you look like a 45-year-old truck driver.
Yeah, it's not adding up.
Doesn't match up. Okay. There's another one that you told me recently the kids are using these days. Clapping cheeks.
Clapping cheeks. And you can already know what the origin of clapping cheeks comes from, right? You know, when a man loves a woman.
When a man.
The whole birds and the bees, yeah.
Okay, and kids use it. Do you think they know what it means?
No. Except like the dirty kids that are not being raised right and like have access to porn. Maybe they're starting to put two and two together. Like, I clap cheeks. I see her cheeks clapping. But for the most part, like, I don't think my son knows what the hell that means.
Okay.
And he says it very aggressively. So
like put it in a sentence.
Like, he'll win a game at Fortnite. He's like, I clapped everybody's cheeks. Or he'll talk shit to his friends like, you don't want to get on because I'll clap those cheeks right now.
Damn.
So it's like,
damn. That's gangster though.
It's gangster in the Mike Tyson way of like,
right.
The same way I'll fuck you till you let me, faggot.
Yeah, right. But if you knew,
yeah, if he knew what he was telling his friends, and
I'm gonna clap all your cheeks.
I'll see you in homeroom. Those cheeks gonna get clapped.
Oh my god. Is that a new one, or did you use that back in your day?
No, that's recent.
That's recent.
I didn't.
And do these all come from the rap world, or is there like the Reddit, like the Reddits, the Twitters?
I think mostly on Twitter, dude. I don't have Twitter, so I don't know.
Or gaming?
I think a lot of it is just the culture.
The culture, right?
The culture. I think Cap came from culture.
Okay.
And then it just spread.
Do you know where the origin is? Just that
any of these things? No, dude. I'm usually late on the train for all of these. Even when I was young,
you were always late.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody had their own. Always connected to MySpace or Twitter or whatever the hell.
They know the little words.
They know the words, and then by the time it gets to me, it's like, yo, you're still using that word? We already moved on.
Right. It's like a fashion seasons.
Yeah, and I guess maybe I'm not. I can't pull it off.
Right. So we just talk like you're speaking the normal English.
Right.
The Queen's English. Clapping cheeks. I think I'm gonna start using that one. I think I'm gonna start using all of these.
What would be the translation to that in Spanish? I don't even know how to.
Partiendo culo.
All right, that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breaking asses, which is used. I mean.
That was more direct.
I mean, the thing is, there's a form of saying it in a Venezuelan way, which is, me lo estoy cogiendo.
Okay.
I'm fucking all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that one we use a lot.
But there's not a more discreet way of saying it, like clapping cheeks. Like, you get it because the cheeks are clapping because you're fucking.
Right.
And not just, I'm fucking ass.
Right. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's one, but I can't think of them now. But I mean, clapping cheeks is I think it's very graphic.
It's very intense.
I think it's even worse than I'm fucking you. Like, clapping cheeks is like puts me there.
Imagine the cheeks clapping.
Yeah, and like I can see it, I can feel it. I can imagine it. But yeah, in Venezuela we use like, oh, I'm fucking you, te estoy cogiendo. And it's a very like Mike Tyson like sick way of saying it, like
straight up hardcore.
Yeah, I'm hardcore penetrating you, and I'm loving it, and I'm gonna keep doing it until you change your sexual orientation.
Jesus Christ.
You know, I'm gonna fuck you so hard, you're gonna be binary after. You won't even know what sex you like. You gonna fall in love with souls.
That was one of the hardest lines I've ever heard.
Right? And for people that don't know, we're talking about Mike Tyson. He was being interviewed after, I don't know if it was before or after a fight, and he was being asked something about his rape allegations or some shit like that.
Either that or his religion. I don't know, but he was fucking pissed.
No, but I think it had to do
with
rape.
Rape?
Yeah, because he has some rape allegations and.
Oh, what a way to answer rape allegation.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna rape you until you fucking love me.
Not the way to go. I'm pretty sure his defense team was like, could do without that one.
And the way he said it was so scary, right? The fucking reporter was like, "Oh my god," because he was like, "I don't care if this sounds corny or gay. I'm being serious. Like, I'm not even gay, but I will penetrate you.
I'll fuck you till you let me, faggot."
Man, it was classic.
It was tough.
I think not enough people know about that fucking little incident, which is fucking historic.
It is. It's insane.
People, yeah.
That should be on his tombstone.
Yeah. Along with, I'm the most ruthless man, my defense is impeccable. All right. And I have another one from back in the day. I haven't heard this ever again, but I loved it. I still use it with you sometimes when you don't get on the podcast. Flake.
Oh yeah, that one's interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
As in we use it to each other.
But we for different things?
Yeah, like when either one of us doesn't show up to whatever it is, like we sell out.
Sell out, flaking. Okay. What I like about flaking or flake is that, contrary to sell out, you can use flake in more ways. So, for example, you're a sellout, you sold out. Okay, you can say that. But with flake, it's like, man, you're always flaking. You're a flaker. You're frosted flakes.
Right.
Any other variations you remember from this?
What's the shampoo you wear? Is dandruff?
Dandruff.
I see a lot of flakes.
A lot of flakes, right? And we'll explain what it means. Flaking is simply somebody that you invited somewhere and then they don't show up. Bro, let's do something this day.
Yeah, you have plans and then the person
sells out.
Doesn't follow through. Yeah. Like a sellout. I feel like sellout is a little bit tougher though. Like when you call somebody a sellout, like they've gotten to the point where they flake so many times, they become a sellout.
Right. Like you completely disregard them from then.
Yeah.
A flaky, you still got love for the flaky.
You just flaked on me this time.
Right. Like would you consider, like, for example, our friend that has been on the podcast many times, DJ BJ. He's considered among our group a little bit of a flaker, right?
Yeah.
He's a frosted flakes.
For sure.
So he's the type of guy that you invite him. He's like, I'll be there at 5. He arrives at 1 a.m. with a bag of flakes.
With a bag of flakes. That's why he should get the name Frosted Flakes.
Right, Frosted Flakes. With the extra sugar, if you know what I mean. But yeah, flake. I guess that's actually true. Because once you graduate to a sellout, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Yeah, we already know you're never gonna come through. A flake sometimes comes through.
Yeah, a flake to the sellout is like a snowstorm that happened and you flake so many times, the accumulation of all the flakes, that's it. You're done.
An avalanche of them.
An avalanche of flakes.
So you're flaking out, man. You're such a fucking flake. Somebody that doesn't come through on plans. You know that type of person that you always invite them to things and they always say yes. Oh yeah, I'll be there. And they always call. Or don't even call. They just don't show up. Which is even worse. That's a top flaker. I prefer a call or a text. Hey bro, lie to me. My grandma died.
Would you prefer the person to be upfront and say I'm not going initially? Because usually the culture in Miami is, or I don't know if it's worldwide, is that people be like, yeah, sure. Tell me the details later. Text me. Or we'll see. Or maybe. Nobody likes to be the one that says no. Because it sounds bad. And I've wanted to tell people no, but it does feel bad. Like, bro, we're going to hang out later? No. When you know it's not going to happen.
I think there's ways to say it. And I'm trying to be more and more direct with people in that way. But the way that I do it is, hey, man, let's hang out sometime, or let's hang out this day. Like, I don't know if I can, bro, but let's stay in touch and we should hang out soon. You know, I'll give you another example of how this happened. And I think in Miami, that's because of the Latin culture. It's very like taboo, where we're like, oh, say yes to everything and then don't show up. You know, I think somebody told me this about Mexican people. Like, they're so nice that they always say yes to everything and then sometimes not show up. But I cannot say no to you if you're invited to something.
So they're almost automatically
flakers, yeah.
By nature.
Yeah, by design. Yeah. And Latin communities in general, we're very flaky. We're very, oh, yes, and then, hey, sorry. But one situation that I had, the situations where you might run, you run into somebody from back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God, bro, and, oh, let's have a drink, oh, my God, right? Or maybe you just run into them for a few seconds. Oh, damn, how you doing? Oh, man, that's cool. And then you try to exchange numbers because it sort of feels like the right thing to do. But then you never really communicate. And not because you're not cool with them, but it's just once you grow older, you start having less and less time. And you prioritize mainly family and some friends, right? I remember one time I ran into somebody. We had a good combo. Reminisce about the past. And then I was leaving and I was like, all right, man, let's get numbers. And the person came back at me with, man, don't worry, we'll see each other. We'll run into each other again, And I was like, oh.
It's like that?
No, but it didn't get me mad. In a way, I was like, yeah, that should be normalized. Like, it was almost like, bro, like without saying it, he was telling me, like, man, we're not going to call each other, Let's just, if we see each other again in a bar or something, that's cool, And I respected that. It hurt, it stung. But I prefer the honesty. Yeah,
well, I'd rather go that route and have that approach with people. Because something similar happened to me not too long ago. Where I saw an old friend when I was picking up my son from school. And he was picking up his niece. And just so happened we showed up at the same time. We're like, holy fuck, haven't seen you since high school. It's been like 10 years. And we were catching up, like, oh, how's everything been? Blah, blah, blah. Had a cool conversation with him. And, we left the conversation with, you have my number, right? Text me when you want. We can hang out. We can go smoke. We can drink, whatever. And that's it. That's where it ended, and nothing came after that. So it was like, yo, what the hell was the whole point of that conversation?
Right. Oh, he's the one that told you, like, oh, you got my number?
He had mine.
Okay.
I was giving him my number and he already had it, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah, I already have yours, so I'll text you." But it's like, why go? And he initiated like wanting to exchange the information, so it's like, why? I guess just being polite.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, we're trying to be polite, but yeah, I think we should normalize just
being direct and just
being direct. I'm trying to do that with sometimes co-workers. They ask me to do something, and if I know I can't, I just tell them like, nah, I won't be able to then. I gotta record, I gotta do this. Instead of saying, yeah, that sounds good, and then when the day comes, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm trying not to be that person. Especially in Spain, they don't like flakes. Like here, you don't want to be late to things, and I'm always late. They respect, like they understand that if you're late, it's not because you got stuck in traffic, it's because you don't value the other person's time.
Damn.
Or life, or anything. And it's true though. Miami, everybody holds fashionably late, right?
Yeah, that's the norm. If you're too early, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Why?
If you come at the time that we told you, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, now you're putting a lot of pressure on us to be ready, and we're not ready. So why the hell? Are you trying to leave early? Is that why you're here?
Right. It's like an insult.
Yeah, you're trying to. Yeah.
You're trying to come and then go to another Getty?
Right. You just want to eat.
Oh, I want to leave with that one. And the episode on that last one, Getty, a get together.
A Getty. That's not used over here.
That's not. No, of course not. They don't use it.
Any like hangout.
Nah. Do they use it over there anymore?
No, dude. There was Gettys, there was Tellys, and
a telly. What's a telly?
A Getty in a hotel.
Oh, fuck the telly, bro. That was classic for like homecoming dances and
yeah, there's a party in the hotel room. The telly, the Gettys at somebody's house, and I could have sworn in St. Louis it used to be they wouldn't say Getty, they would say, you want to just hang, let's go hang.
Okay.
You want to hang?
That's lame.
Yeah, well, they're over there in the Midwest.
Midwest, okay. Mormons. No, but Getty, oh my god! And I used to love Gettys because you know me, I'm not a club guy. I'm not the type to go to a club, to go to a place where a lot of people gather. It's not my thing. I like to be in controlled environments where I control the bathroom, the fucking substance.
You like get-togethers,
right?
Gettys,
right? The Getty. I remember I was a little bit of a king of the Gettys. Like if the Gettys was like an ethnic group. I'll be the king of the Gettys.
You're King Getty himself.
I was King Getty. I remember my mom. I was like 16. My mom would buy us liquor, and I would bring a bunch of fucking kids. Then, not to that. I don't like kids, but back then we were kids.
Right,
so we were allowed to fuck other kids.
Yeah, your mom's not giving you liquor now to bring.
Right. Yeah, my mom.
Gotta clarify that.
Right. I don't live with my mom right now. Let me alone. No, but I was King Getty himself. I remember just getting the people together, and then getting the liquor,
and
getting them pregnant. No.
That was my job.
That was your job.
We all had a role.
We all had a role back then. Adrian's job was to procreate in the group, make sure the species kept going.
All the women there were attended to.
Yeah.
And
you know how like when you go to like a horse breeder place, I know there's a better word for it, like
stable.
Yeah, stable. They have like the big stud, right? And he's the one that fucks all the women.
Right.
Because he has, the
caballote.
The caballote. He has the most efficient cum.
Right.
He has that fucking syrup, that serum that just penetrates any ovary from any animal. So yeah, Adrian's role was to procreate.
I was that horse.
He was that horse.
I've been in retirement for some
He's in retirement. I mean, he's in retirement now. He's close, when they get to the point where they gotta shoot him and sell the meat, for scraps. But in his prime, that was some good juice that was being circulated. Who knows? Maybe like Genghis Khan, he has thousands of.
Well, maybe 2022 is my year.
Well, 2022 is your year to fuck. Like that movie with the Vince Vaughn where he has like 100 kids because he donates semen. Well. All right, but getting back, Getty, the telly was, it had like this little picance to it, like this spiciness to it. I remember
you're at a hotel.
I remember like being approached by police officers in the telly. That was very common.
Yeah, because you're young as fuck.
Yeah.
With alcohol.
And you have 30 people in a little room.
Right. And of course there's the noise disturbances throughout the night.
Right.
Those are always fun though.
Yeah, I had one for my graduation. And I was the responsible, along with another girl, to go rent the room. And we were like 18-year-old kids. Or even, I had 17, I think.
That was in South Beach?
No, we rented it right in Miramar. One of those there was a Miramar Parkway and I-75. There was a hotel, like a few hotels there, like Marriott and...
Like
for people that are traveling and they just need
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't even like a place where like the beach or anything. It's very executive... run-of-the-mill hotel. I mean, they were nice, but we just rented that shit and
trash that shit.
Bro, no, I mean we didn't trash it, but we fucking girls were like in the hallway, drunk, crawling, and I don't understand how nothing happened. Like nothing bad happened. Meaning nobody. I mean, I think we were the only ones staying in that floor, maybe, but that was a hell of a telly.
We gotta bring those back.
I mean, we gotta get some like regenerative thing for our liver, something that makes us.
The IVs.
Could you drink and have the IV on like a book bag?
As you're doing the IV drink?
Yeah. Or it's better to have the IV later. So I'm trying to be proactive in this bitch.
I think you drink first.
Okay.
Then you do the IV.
Okay.
So you're back to normal, and then you could drink again.
All right, and you could do like telly pretty much every other day.
Right.
I mean, one day to rest and then the other boom, boom. And also so that economically it's not that hard on the pocket. We're not that rich yet.
But that's how rappers do it, right? Or people that are rich, celebrities, they'll have their little get-togethers in their house.
Okay.
Just call it a party.
Right. Because if you're like a famous guy, right? Which is where we're going, where that's our route. You don't want to hang out with normal people, right?
Right. You don't want to be in the club scene. At least I don't.
Yeah. People know who you are.
Too many people, too much problems, too many potential problems. Things are too expensive.
I mean, not that money will be a matter for us, but, I want to do cocaine with Leo DiCaprio and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Right. You can't do that at Club 11.
Club space, yeah. Okay. So, definitely once you get to high levels, Getty's become even more of a thing because it's more exclusive,
I think they might take on another word.
We should. All right. Well, we're working on new slang because we're not going to stay in the past. We realize that if we don't move along with the times, if you don't snooze, you lose. Or, if you snooze, you lose. We don't want to snooze. Not yet. So, well, that's our episode on slangs. If you have any other slangs that you can remember from that time, please write them down because I can't remember all of them. But I think they bring back nostalgia, and I'm gonna start using them again. I think we're gonna bring them back. I'm gonna do a lot more Gettys.
A lot more Gettys, a lot more Tellys.
A lot more Tellys, and a lot more clapping cheeks.
Some other words, guap.
Guap, that's money, right?
That's money.
Bread, that's from back then.
Bread. You gotta listen to a lot of like DMX.
Yeah, a lot of DMX, a lot of Lil Wayne.
They had a lot of words.
DMX had a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to the motherfucker. Have a little beer. Relax. We're all gonna die, so enjoy everything. And not take everything too seriously because, like I said, this is only a little fucking instant that we're here. I love you. Take care. Peace.